Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode in our TNA series in TEW 2020. I, of course, am Sierra Daredevil, bringing you all of the live action, and we are coming off of our Sacrifice 2014 show, which, if you have not watched that, you should definitely go back and watch that first before you watch this. Otherwise, you're going to be spoiled to things. But, spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1, we have still the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Magnus, who was confronted at the end of the show by none other than AJ Styles. So we'll have to see what that is all about. Of course, we also had a bunch of other great matches on the show, which we will run down as we go on with different things on tonight's Impact. We open things up in front of 4,377 people at the Haichi Athletic Center. I'm not sure how to say that, so that's about as good as it's going to be. But it is that athletic center in Maryland. We have one of the AJ Styles in the ring, and he says that many months ago, not many, but many weeks ago, we'll say that, he was the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And then the title was vacated. He left TNA. He didn't want to deal with this place anymore. But CR Daredevil brought him back. And one of the things that he did in order to bring him back was promise that things were going to be different here in TNA. That Dixie Carter wouldn't be able to be running around with full control in this company anymore. The things were going to be more fair. Things were going to be more, things weren't going to be as favored for certain wrestlers in the company over others. And one of the other reasons why he was told, or why he was given the kind of all clear, I guess, to come back, one of the other reasons why he was brought back to TNA Wrestling is because he wanted to make sure that he was able to challenge for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship again. He knew that with Dixie in charge, it would never happen again. But with Daredevil running things, or at least kind of the authority figure, or what have you, here in TNA, that there would be a different option, that he would be able to challenge for that title again. And so he wanted to make sure that he was able to challenge for the championship again. And he said that Daredevil went one step further. Not only did he say that AJ Styles would be able to challenge for the championship again, but he said that at Slammiversary 2014, AJ Styles will have an opportunity, not at that show, but before that show, will have an opportunity to earn a shot at the TNA World Heavyweight Championship at Slammiversary 2014. The crowd goes crazy. And this brings out the TNA World Heavyweight Champion himself, Magnus. He comes out and he says that it's good to see that Daredevil is just favoriting everybody around here. He's showing his favorite cards now. He's pulling out the biased cards, and he's sticking it to guys who've been carrying this company for months, like Magnus. And Styles kind of rolls his eyes, and Magnus says that this past Sunday night, he was able to dispatch of Mr. Anderson finally, and was looking forward to rest and relaxation. But now he's being told he may have to defend that championship in just a few weeks at Slammiversary. He is the greatest TNA World Champion of all time. He does not defend the championship when people tell him to. He defends the championship when he chooses to. He says if AJ Styles was told by Daredevil that he could earn a championship opportunity, that's fine, because Magnus will make him earn that opportunity. But it won't be just a one-off opportunity, hopeful. No. If AJ Styles wants to earn a shot at the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, he will go through any and all hoops that Magnus comes up with to allow Styles to earn said championship opportunity. The first of those hoops is later on tonight in the main event, because AJ Styles is going to take on a man who also won this past Sunday at Sacrifice. He's going to take on a man who Styles is very, very familiar with over the years here in TNA Wrestling. He is going to go one-on-one with the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. So that is the main event of Impact here tonight. AJ Styles going one-on-one with Christopher Daniels. And it may be to earn a shot at the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. We're not sure. We're not sure exactly what has to be done. We don't know if this one match means that he gets a title shot, if multiple matches means he gets a title shot. We're not sure. But we'll have to see if we can hear from Daredevil at all anytime soon, of yours truly. Which, spoiler alert, there's no segment on this show for. But we're going to have to see how that plays out. But AJ Styles is taking on Christopher Daniels in the main event of Impact here tonight. Our opening contest is a 6-person tag team matchup, and it features a Future Shock, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly getting the victory over the Bromans, Jesse, Robbie E, and Zema Ion in 9:09 when Adam Cole pinned Jesse with a flying crossbody. 49 rating for the match. Pretty good performances from 2/3 of the match. Not so much from the former tag team champions, but Zema Ion with a 48. Kyle O'Reilly with 41, Bobby Fish with 42, and Adam Cole with 50. So, not really a storyline here, other than the Bromans are continuing to struggle. Even, they lost their tag title rematch at Sacrifice to Cole Cabana and Jimmy Jacobs, and now they drop a match to Future Shock. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see where things go from there. We'll have to see if the Bromans can turn things around, but they take a loss here to Future Shock, who will kind of hope to gain some more momentum, some more popularity, and get some more attention here on them here in TNA Wrestling. Then after that, we have an interesting little segment where we have EC3 and Rockstar Spud. Did not do as hot of a rating as I hoped. Kind of sucks, but that's all right. EC3 and Rockstar Spud are in the ring, and EC3 is talking about his disappointment in the fact that Spud couldn't get the job done at Sacrifice. And even kind of teases out the idea that maybe he's going to have to try to get the job done to get the X Division Championship to Team Dixie, because Dixie is not very happy about the fact that Spud couldn't get the job done. This brings out the X Division champion Paul London, who says that, hey, Rockstar Spud gave him a challenge, but Paul London is he's better than Rockstar Spud, and he is going to be going down as one of the best X Division champions of this era here in TNA Wrestling. He says that someone like Rockstar Spud, as talented as he is, just isn't quite on Paul London's level. It looks like we're about to get a 2-on-1 kind of attack here from Spud and EC3, who do not take Paul London's words very kindly. When Eric Young comes out, of course, Eric Young and EC3 have been having issues with each other recently. Eric kind of comes out to back up Paul London. And Carter kind of says, I don't know what the hell you guys are doing here. After all, we have defeated you twice in tag team action recently. And EY is like, well, nobody says we have to do a tag team match. I mean, maybe you stop being a coward, Carter, and you meet me in the ring one-on-one. Maybe that's what we need to do. EC3 kind of takes offense to the fact that he got called a coward here. And Spud kind of steps up and says, you can't call him a coward. You want to call him a coward? Fine. I'll come after you. You want to fight? I'll fight you. But it's going to happen next week. So next week on Impact, it is going to be Rockstar Spud going one-on-one with Eric Young. You got to imagine that Paul London and EC3 will be around at ringside for that. 40 rating for this, like I said, kind of surprised a little bit. I don't know, maybe popularity-wise, maybe that's what brought it down a little bit, because all of them are rated on entertainment, and they all have at least decent entertainment skills. Even Spud has decent entertainment skills in London, so Eric Young was penalized for an awful gimmick, but other than that, not really. Huh? Must just be the popularity, I guess. Anyway, so next week on Impact, it will be Rockstar Spud going 1-on-1 with Eric Young. We'll have to see how that plays out. Then after that, match ahead, a definite lack of psychology, but that's all right. As in a poor matchup, Eddie Kingston defeats Gunner in 908 by pinfall, the back fist of the future. 50 from Gunner, 46 from Eddie Kingston. This was kind of just a match really to feature a couple of people who hasn't been getting used a lot here in TNA. They were able to kind of get this, have a match here, and Eddie Kingston with the victory. Not really story going on for either one of them, although there's going to be a little bit of character development out of this matchup for both men. Yeah, just not really much there. But I wanted to get them featured on Impact. One, because of the character development they have, and two, because I got to get people a little bit more popular, because I have way too many people in the unimportant status here in TNA, and I need to get some people more popular. So we'll see how that all plays out, but the 52 rating's not too bad for this matchup here. I'll take it. Then after that, tag team matchup that does not do that well. As in About the Head Little Heat Embarrassing Wrestling, Evie and Terrence Royal defeat Allison Kay and Katarina Waters in 927. When Evie pins Waters with a top rope splash, 34 rating for the match. Waters was really off her game, only had 31 rating. 26 from Terrence Royal, 29 from Evie, who had zero chemistry as partners, which kind of sucks, but that's all right. Allison Kay had 28, so not a great match here, but that's all right. Admittedly, I was slightly teasing the idea of Evie and Terrence Terrell kind of teaming up a little bit here, but that clearly shows that that's not going to happen, as they have zero chemistry as partners, so that ain't happening anytime soon. But Evie and Terrell do get the victory here on Impact over Kay and Waters. Then after that, well, that's kind of dumb. Should have done it maybe a minute less or something. After that, we get a segment going on backstage where Portia Perez and Mercedes Martinez, who have recently kind of teamed up together, are attacking the Sexy Purple Thunder Sisters, also known as Io and Mio Shirai. They're attacking them backstage and leaving them down and out. Nobody's sure why they're attacking them, but they are kind of standing tall, proud of the fact that they just attacked and beat up these two backstage. So we'll have to see what that leads to, because not really any reasoning to our knowledge whatsoever as to why these two attacked the Shirai sisters, but for some reason they did. So we'll have to see where things lead heading forward with that. But I got a 30 rating. Not strong, but we have to, we're gonna have to build them up a little bit to really get something going. So I'll take it. Then after that, 55 rated matchup sees the Motor City Machine Guns defeat the Von Erichs at 743 when Chris Sabin pinned Ross Von Erich with Cradle Shock. 63 ratings from the Guns, low 30s from the Von Erichs. I don't want to say this was a squash match, but it was more of like a showcase match for the Guns. Got a 55 rating. Not bad there at all. What happened during the match is not important. It's what happens after the match that's actually important. Because afterwards, in a 59 rated matchup, or segment that is, the Motor City Machine Guns get microphones. They said that it has been too long since they have been the TNA World Tag Team Champions, but they're looking to put an end to that because they're laying out the challenge. If Jimmy Jacobs and Colt Cabana want opponents for Slammiversary, all they have to do is look at the Guns. So seems like they're kind of making a challenge there. I don't know if Jacobs and Cabana are going to accept the challenge, and I also don't know if yours truly is going to allow this to happen, because to be fair, usually here in TNA, we don't allow people to just call out people like that. We usually, for championship opportunities, people usually have to earn them. So we'll have to see, but Jacobs and Cabana have been put on notice as the Guns are making it clear that they want a shot at the TNA World Tag Team Championships. 59 rating here. Pretty good stuff there. Then after that, they're not shown hanging out. I just use this because why not, I guess. MVP is backstage when Bobby Lashley shows up and MVP's kind of like, whoa, 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 big guy. Whoa, whoa, big guy. Listen, I told you. I told you heading into Sacrifice that I was better than you. You're in this mindset right now that you can preen to the fans, that you can get the fans behind you and cheer for you, and you can just use your muscles and your power to just dominate everybody. But I'm MVP. I'm a true veteran of this business. I have the intelligence to be able to defeat someone who's all powerful like you are, just like I proved at Sacrifice. So if you want to actually get better in the ring, if you want to actually be seen as more than just some meathead, then go ahead and give me a call, as he flips a business card to him and then just kind of walks away. Kind of has a bit of a smirk on his face as he walks away. As Lashley kind of looks at the card for a second and then just throws it off to the side before he stares off at MVP walking off. So interesting little development there, as MVP kind of makes an offer like, hey, here's my business card if you want to actually be known as more than a meathead, is in his words there. But we'll have to see where things lead with that. Then after that, Knockouts action sees Mickie James picking up a victory over Serena Deeb in 10-10 by pinfall to Mickie DDT. Wanted to get Mickie James featured in a matchup here because she hasn't really wrestled a whole lot since she came back to TNA. So I wanted to get her a victory here. Serena Deeb with a 43 in-ring performance, though, is not too bad. But Mickie with a 52 there. Not really any rhyme or reason or story behind this. This is basically just kind of, hey, Mickie James is here and she's beating up knockouts. Like, that's kind of what it was. Not that there wasn't like any story whatsoever. But the idea is that, she doesn't really have a certain story going on right now. She's going out there and she's beating the hell out of, she's beating knockouts. So we'll have to see where things lead with that. But, Serena Deeb with a decent showing here in this 56 rated matchup. Then after that, seeing you thought that me saying that Mickie James had no story meant that there was no story whatsoever. Because after that, Madison Rayne is being interviewed by Veda Scott backstage when, she's kind of talking about the fact that she successfully retained her Knockouts championship at Sacrifice, even having to do so in a fatal four-way matchup by defeating Angeline Love. She says that she's hoping that the beautiful people business is behind her. And this one, Mickie James, fresh out of her match just now, kind of bumps her way into the segment and says, listen, Rayne, you're holding that championship for as long as I'm allowing you to. Just remember that. And then she walks off. So kind of interesting little bit there. Kind of teasing the idea of potentially a Madison Rayne, Mickie James matchup happening. We'll have to see if it does end up happening, but there you go. 45 rating. Might have been better if we'd had Borash in there as the interviewer instead of Veda Scott. But I'll take it. Kind of go from there. Then after that, Abyss has himself a brawl with Hernandez and gets a victory in 5:34 by pinfall to Black Hole Slam. Basically showing no wear and tear from the Monsters Ball match that just happened a few nights ago at Sacrifice. So Abyss just proving the fact that he's still a goddamn monster. Goes out here and defeats Hernandez in about 5.5 minutes. 62 from Abyss, 50 from Hernandez. Pretty basic victory for Abyss here. A lot of the matches on tonight's show are more just showcasing matches versus storyline matches. And those aren't always a bad thing. Afterwards, somehow Samoa Joe struggled when going off script. I call bullshit. But afterwards, Samoa Joe is seen on the tiny screen, the video screen above the stage, and Abyss is still in the ring, so he kind of catches his attention. And Samoa Joe says, "Congratulations, Abyss. You beat me a few nights ago in that Monsters Ball match. You were able to defeat me." But you may have thought that was the end, but it's not, Abyss, because you see, that leaves us at 1-1. I won at Lockdown. You won at Sacrifice. We've got to make sure that we find out who truly is the monster here in TNA, who truly is the person to be feared here in TNA. So, if you're not too much of a coward, I'm calling you out for Slammiversary. And, well, we'll figure out what kind of match we're going to have in due time. But for now, I'll be waiting to hear from you. So, Joe calling out Abyss for the quote-unquote rubber match between the two of them at Slammiversary. Like I said, Samoa Joe beat Abyss at Lockdown. Abyss beat Samoa Joe at Sacrifice. So it's only logical sense that they're gonna have themselves a three-peat and have themselves a third matchup to, as Samoa Joe said, determine who's really the true monster and the one to be feared here in TNA. So we'll have to see what ends up happening with that. He gets 63 rating because for some reason Samoa Joe struggled when going off script. I don't believe it, but whatever. Then our main event. Got 74. Hoping for a little bit better, but I'll take it. It's a superb matchup. AJ Styles defeated Christopher Daniels in 15-17 by pinfall with a Super Styles Clash. He had to bust out the Super Styles Clash to win this matchup. 65 from Daniels, 80 from AJ Styles. As you see there by the note, which probably hindered the match a little bit, Jeff Hardy actually joined the commentary desk and was doing commentary with Tenay and Taz. Of course, Jeff Hardy was defeated by Christopher Daniels at Sacrifice. And so he's out there kind of talking about that and talking about how Kazarian got involved and about how he may have to find somebody to kind of neutralize Kazarian if Daniels is, so that way he can get his revenge on Daniels. But AJ Styles is able to get the victory here in what might just be step one of a multi-step process to get the shot at Slammiversary. Who the hell knows at this point? We're not sure. We're going to have to hear from yours truly on a future episode to find out what exactly the process is going to be. But, like I said, AJ Styles gets a big victory here. They have pretty good chemistry with each other. No way. I'm completely surprised that Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles have pretty good chemistry with each other in the ring. Totally surprised. After the match, 67 rated segment sees AJ Styles celebrating the victory when he gets beaten down, when he gets attacked from behind, hit from behind with the TNA World Heavyweight Championship as Magnus stands tall over Styles in the middle of the ring to end Impact. That gets a 70 rating. Increase our popularity in 13 regions. I'm not going to complain about that in the slightest. Not complaining about that in the slightest. A pretty good show of Impact here, in my opinion, as it seems like we are having a lot of success along here. Impact had great feedback from the viewers, drew a lot of praise, ratings as usual, absolutely killing it. Best rated show of the night as well. NXT had a 59. Saw Nick Dinsmore retain his NXT championship over Adam Rose and Joey Mercury because of reasons. Also said Ring of Honor see Bully Ray and Scott Steiner defeat Matt Hardy and Michael Elgin. Because, reasons, I guess? Question mark? I don't know there. I don't know. That's certainly something. I can't look at the mail right now because it's going to spoil something that's happening, but that's going to do it for this episode of Impact. So hopefully you guys are still enjoying this. Hopefully you're still excited to watch this as we are on the road to Slammiversary now. We will have to see if we can build up our company some more because, no offense, but our company's not that it's doing terrible, but it's definitely got to get built up a little bit better. Some of the segments that are on our show were kind of lower because we got to build up some people a little bit more. By the way, really quick here, just so you see there, fourth best match was our main event here tonight. AJ Styles defeating Christopher Daniels, so good stuff there. As you'll notice, kind of a little funny thing there. As you'll notice, the top 4 matches in this series so far have all been matches where AJ Styles was involved in. So, I wonder who's truly the star of our company right now. And event wise, this was actually the second best show we've ever tied for the second best show we've ever run. Either it was 1 point higher than Sacrifice. So we're getting there. We're getting going. We're getting things going, and doing things successfully. It's just we just have to kind of get to that promised land, so to speak. So we'll see how things play out. But thank you all for watching. Definitely appreciate it, and we will catch you all in a future video.